Imagine a place where even silence feels heavy. A frozen desert so vast it covers 14 million square kilometers. And even with all our modern technology, only 0.5% of its surface has truly been explored. This place exists. It's real. And it holds secrets that defy human logic. Antarctica is the only continent on Earth where human presence is strictly regulated by international treaties. But why?
What could be so sensitive there? Why, despite all the scientific curiosity, do only a handful of nations have access to certain areas, while others have seemingly vanished from the records? Get ready for a journey that will take you from abandoned scientific bases to structures buried in ice that seem not human. In this video, we're diving into 8 real and documented mysteries that make Antarctica one of the most intriguing and potentially most dangerous places on Earth. What if everything you've been told about Antarctica is just the surface? It all started with an image. In 2012, satellites captured an almost perfectly triangular formation in the Ellsworth Mountains of West Antarctica. The structure, partially covered in ice and snow, looked like a pyramid. Not a natural formation, but an actual pyramid, with geometric faces and right angles. The internet exploded. Alternative archaeologists and theorists began suggesting it was proof of a prehistoric civilization far more advanced than we imagined. Skeptics dismissed it as just a mountain. But then something strange happened. The images disappeared. Official sites removed the data. The satellites that captured the anomaly stopped showing that region in high resolution, and later expeditions were canceled. Researchers trying to get close to the area reported strange equipment malfunctions. A Russian team claimed their drones lost control mid-flight. Coincidence? Or was someone or something making sure we didn't look too closely? And the most chilling part, ancient legends from the native peoples of Tierra del Fuego at the southern tip of the Americas spoke of mountains that shine in the ice and places where gods sleep beneath eternal snow. Were they talking about the same structure? Richard Byrd was an American hero, polar explorer, and admiral in the U.S. Navy. In 1947, during Operation Highjump, he led a massive expedition to Antarctica with over 4,000 men, planes, and ships. The official objective: test equipment in extreme conditions. But what Byrd reportedly encountered went far beyond that. According to a supposed personal diary leaked years later, never officially confirmed but widely discussed, Byrd described entering an opening in the ice and finding an underground world, a place with a warm climate, green vegetation, and flying beings that communicated telepathically. In the diary, Byrd claims he was taken aboard a craft to a city of light and given a message. Humanity was on the path to self-destruction through nuclear weapons, and these guardians of Earth had decided to intervene. After returning, Byrd supposedly tried to alert the government. Shortly after, Operation Highjump was abruptly ended, and Byrd was reassigned to quiet diplomatic missions. The diary vanished into archives. The official documents still classified. Many dismiss the story as fantasy, but others point out that Byrd was a meticulous, highly trained, and mentally sound individual. What if what he saw was real? How does a map from the 16th century show details of an ice-free Antarctica when modern science says that should be impossible? The Piri Reis map, created by an Ottoman admiral in 1513, contains an accurate depiction of Antarctica's coastline, but without its ice cover. The topography shown would only be visible using ground-penetrating radar, a technology that didn't exist until the mid-20th century. How was that possible? According to Piri Reis himself, he used very ancient maps as references, some dating back to before Alexander the Great. But who made those maps? And how did they access a subglacial landscape that can't be seen with the naked eye? The most controversial theory is that these maps are remnants of a global civilization that predates ours, one capable of mapping the Earth with extreme precision, even areas now submerged or frozen. If that's true, where are the remains of this civilization? And could Antarctica be the key to finding them? In 2006, NASA scientists analyzing Reis satellite data found a massive gravitational anomaly beneath the East Antarctic ice, specifically in Wilkes Land. The anomaly suggests the presence of something enormous, about 300 miles wide and over 800 meters deep. At first, it was thought to be an impact crater, perhaps from a giant asteroid that contributed to the Permian mass extinction. But as studies advanced, other theories emerged. One suggests it's not just a crater. It's a structure, possibly artificial. Radar imagery showed geometric shapes inside the anomaly: corridors, symmetrical compartments, right angles, all buried beneath nearly 2 kilometers of ice. Could it be an ancient complex, a base, a machine? One Canadian researcher even compared it to the monolith in 2001, a space odyssey, and more. That region has been declared a no-fly zone by international treaties. No flights allowed, no expeditions approved. What's really hidden in Wilkes Land? In 1997, NOAA's underwater sensors picked up a sound, but not just any sound. It was an extremely powerful, low-frequency noise, recorded from over 5,000 kilometers away by multiple underwater microphones. A bloop, a deep, resonating roar. And the source? Near the coast of Antarctica. At first, scientists assumed it was ice breaking, but there was a problem. The acoustic pattern was organic. The sound seemed to come from a living creature, and one unimaginably large. So large that no known animal on Earth could have made it. Some scientists tried to dismiss the story. Others speculated it could be a massive undiscovered squid, larger than any known marine life. But theorists took it further. What if the bloop is evidence of something living beneath Antarctica's frozen crust? Something ancient, something that just moved. Since then, more strange sounds have been recorded in the same region. Sounds that repeat, sounds that seem to respond. Is it just a natural phenomenon? Or are we hearing echoes of something that should never have awakened? During World War II, the Third Reich reportedly sent expeditions to Antarctica, officially for geographic research. But declassified documents suggest something darker. In 1938, Nazi Germany launched the Neuschwabenland expedition to Antarctica. They claimed a region south of Africa and dropped swastika-marked flags onto the ice. But they didn't return empty-handed. Reports indicate they discovered underground caves, warmed by geothermal activity. Some vessels carried prefabricated building materials, heavy equipment, and tons of cement. The goal? Build a secret base beyond anyone's radar. After the war, rumors spread that Nazi submarines had escaped with scientists and high-ranking officials to that hidden base. In 1947, When the US launched Operation Highjump, some believe it was a disguised military operation to confront Nazi remnants under the ice. What we do know is that the operation ended suddenly, with no clear explanation, and several officials never spoke publicly about what they found. To this day, satellite maps show censored zones, restricted areas, and classified documents about German presence on the frozen continent. Urban legend, or part of a history that was never written? Beneath Antarctica's thick ice sheet lie lakes that have been isolated for millions of years. One of the most famous is Lake Vostok, buried 4,000 meters below the surface. In 2012, a Russian scientific drill finally reached the lake. Samples were collected. And what they found changed everything. Living microorganisms, but not like anything we know. These microbes had unusual genetic structures, sequences that didn't match any known database. Some scientists claim that 94% of the material was completely unknown. Others suggested they were dealing with a form of life that may not have originated on Earth. NASA got involved. Partnerships with space agencies were formed. And suddenly, access to information was restricted. Could this microscopic life reflect what we might find on moons like Europa or Enceladus, which also have subsurface oceans? Or did something crash into Antarctica millennia ago, and the ice simply preserved the contamination? Once again, Antarctica confronts us with a terrifying question. What if the life that began here didn't come from here? In the last 30 years, dozens of scientific expeditions to Antarctica have been halted for safety reasons. Some lost contact for weeks. Others disappeared from records entirely. In 2002, a team of Canadian geologists reported discovering geometric structures beneath the ice using ground radar. The team leader, Dr. Marcus Reeve, made one press statement, then vanished. No papers, no interviews. In 2018, a group of documentarians tried to investigate the so-called zones of silence, areas where radios and satellites inexplicably fail. 3 team members reported bizarre symptoms after returning: nosebleeds, hallucinations, and an irrational fear of the ocean. But the most shocking case came in 2020. A group of tourists made an illegal detour into a restricted zone. They posted footage of a metal structure covered in ice, and hours later, their accounts were suspended. Videos deleted. Their local guide was arrested for violating safety protocols. Why so much secrecy? The Antarctic Treaty states that the continent must be used exclusively for peaceful and scientific purposes. But if that's true, why are so many areas off limits and so much data censored? Antarctica is more than a frozen continent. It's a time capsule, a natural archive preserving secrets for millions of years. But it's also a mirror, reflecting everything we don't understand, and maybe never should. Behind the stories of buried pyramids, impossible sounds, unknown life forms, and mysterious disappearances lies something greater. The sense that we are brushing against the limits of what we are allowed to know. But what if those limits were chosen, not by nature, but by us? What if Antarctica isn't just a remote place, but a reminder, a signal that the unknown still pulses beneath our feet, waiting to be discovered or to discover us? Now it's your turn. Which of these mysteries intrigued you the most? Do you believe Antarctica holds humanity's deepest secrets? Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. There's much more to come, because here, we don't just tell stories. We unearth the impossible.